Hello and welcome to Thursday. Now, it's been a couple weeks since I've been exposed to, well, some interesting music, and I figured I should talk about them because they are very stuck in my head. The first is a album that turns 10 in about, well, 11, 10 or so days, and that would be a Sonic Adventure 2 Greatest Hits Revisited, and it is not a great album. It is a cover album uh, that is created by somebody who goes by the name Sonic Forever, and I believe they have a actual music, proper music, but imagine if you and your buddies just like one night were very delirious and decided to cover some of the greatest hits from, well, Sonic Adventure 2. So some of these hits include Live and Learn, City Escape, Pumpkin Hill, Supersonic Racing, and Green Hill Zone. And hearing those with, the music in the background and these guys quote unquote freestyling over it is just absurd. Like, the first track is Live and Learn, and it just starts with a dude screaming his lungs out. They're just jamming along trying to remember the lyrics, and it's so bad that it's so good. And I legitimately do not know how to explain how and why I am in love with this album. I think the top comment of the first video, so top comment of Live and Learn says it. I listen to it regularly. It genuinely puts the biggest smile on my face. It gives me so much joy I cannot even explain it. I'm not being ironic. I'm being completely genuine about this. This is one of my favorite albums to listen to. It perfectly expresses the exact feeling having fun and messing around with your best friend in the late hours of the night until deep delirium sinks in. It sure is something. I'll leave a link to the Bandcamp where you can listen to it, and it's free to download. So, but the other one, is a genre that came out a couple of months ago. I think this article on the Fader has a great little write up on it. So a artist made a tweet at the end of July and said that he had a dream where a girl came up to him at a rave, and she was telling him about a genre called Hit'em, which is very crunchy music with a 5/4 time signature at 212 BPM, and the internet does what the internet does, and a bunch of people started making music in the Hit'em genre. And again, the Fader article has a great example. I'll link that down below, as well as the link to a Bandcamp page. But a girl by the name of Jane Plain had a beautiful, beautiful song that I have been in love with as well. It's a very weird genre. Again, it's 212 BPM with super crunched out sounds that really doesn't feel like music. The main goal for this is just to make it danceable, what artists need to do. And there are some really good gems. Again, Jane Plain one has been stuck in my head, but there are some wild, wild songs. I was talking about this with a bunch of people, and I think it just reinforces the fact that music isn't for everyone. I mean, obviously, right? You know, people have either a love or hate relationship with like country and rap. They say, right? But there's some amazing rap, there's some amazing country, and these, as garbage as they sound to your average person, I have fallen in love with. Right? I could say that about a bunch of songs. I know whenever I put on music, I just put on an album, I get questions as to what are you listening to, right? Why is this record just somebody screaming for a little bit? Like, what are they screaming? And that's just my love of punk music. That's my love of just music in general, right? You have fun with it, and this is definitely people having so much fun with music in a way that it is very non-traditional. And I'm just grateful that these two albums exist. Well, that this one album exists, and this genre just got made up because I can't get over them. They've been stuck in my head for a solid amount of time, like a month or so, I would say. Both of these have been just like on loop. As much as I would love to say that I've been listening to Feeling Not Found by Origami Angel, which I got in the mail today, or more specifically Shinmen Gumi by Ginger Root. And while I've been listening to both of these have been the notable standouts, and it sure is something. All right, I think that's what I'm gonna call it for today because oh boy, that's music for you. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then, later.